Hi, Johnny. Let's take a look at the new essays you have submitted. This is about fathers staying home while mothers go out to work. Let's see what you wrote. Nowadays, males raise children at home while their spouses, because presumably they don't all have one spouse, while their spouses are employed. I assume this change here is due to some women earning more than men and women have more rights to work than before, also allowing more feminine elements in the workplace, singular, one word. Uh, let's see. Okay, also, maybe you want a comma here. Allowing more feminine elements in the workplace brings more positives to society. Positives, not positivities. Um, so All right, this is okay. I don't love the fact that you have this really long sentence and you try to answer both questions in one sentence. This could have been done a little more effectively. So, how about I believe this change is due to women having more rights than before, and it is a change that has more positives for society. It's a shorter way of saying this. It's more to the point. It's more accurate. It doesn't sound unnatural. So that's my suggestion. There are many more that I could make, but in the interest of time, I won't. I'll just move on. Okay, so there are two main reasons which could explain why women have stepped into the workforce rather than being a housewife. First, in the modern world, women acquire more wages than males. Recent research from a UK website indicated that the average salaries of women in Manchester are 20% higher than their spouses. Apostrophe S. You have to make this a parallel kind of comparison because it almost sounds like 20% higher than the spouse himself, not his wages. You're comparing the wages of men to the wages of women, so this needs an apostrophe S. Second, after all the controversy and protests over the past decades, the previous concept of family domination has been updated. Women have more rights to be equal as men in the workforce, and they do not have to be at home with children. Therefore, for the concern of finance, condition, and the working opportunities, raising children at home is a sensible outcome to the fathers. Okay. I pretty much understand what you want to say, but a lot of this was awkward. It wasn't accurate. So I want to change quite a bit of this actually. Um, let's see. So, second, after all the controversy over the past few decades, the previous concept of what does this mean, family domination? It's not clear to us. So either use a clearer expression or explain what you mean. That's okay. Maybe you should have said has changed. So maybe what you're trying to say is the previous concept of family roles has changed. Maybe this is what you mean. Women have more rights and are equal to males in the workforce, and they do not have to be at home with children. Therefore, I didn't understand this, what that meant, the finance condition. So, therefore, for reasons of finance and work opportunities, raising children at home is a sensible outcome. No, sensible option for fathers. Again, this doesn't make sense. You're making this leap here. All this time you've been talking about the women, and women have more opportunities and women make more wages, but you never explained to us how it then comes that men are staying home. You see, because all you've really explained to us is why women are working more. What you haven't explained to us is why men have decided to stay home. Because if more women are working and their husbands are also working, then why aren't they sending children to daycare? Why aren't they hiring nannies? So you explained part of this. So you explained the part that women are working outside of the home more, but you have not explained why men are staying home. And that's a huge part of this essay. It's not enough just to talk about women. Okay. Also, of course, some of the language is a little awkward. You're not precise in some of the things that you're saying. You mean something which the examiner can kind of understand what you're trying to say, but you're certainly not using the level of precision that you need in order to get into one of those higher band scores. Okay, let's move on. With the help from their partner, women can focus on their jobs, which can create more profits for the entire society. Okay, what do you mean by that? It's an interesting statement, but explain it. It's not explained here. Uh, Furthermore, not besides, it's a little too informal. Let's see. Many occupations, such as makeup and lingerie retail, are better with female salesmen. Here, I want you to be careful. Whether or not this is accurate or true or correct isn't really the point. The point is that you have to be careful with these kinds of generalizations and things that might kind of feel a little stereotypical. Okay, avoid it because it feels like a generalization. It feels a little kind of like you're using a stereotype here. So try to avoid this kind of language in an exam like this, okay? Um, okay. For instance, a magazine reports that there is a female underwear shop in Australia which reached the highest sale record in the whole history of the shop, no comma, because of the full female staff. Um, Okay. Consequently, without the obligations from home, women can improve the economy of the country massively. Again, you're not really telling us what this means for the children, that they're being raised by their fathers. You're not telling us what this means for the fathers. You're just focusing this entire essay on the mothers going out to work. So it's kind of lopsided. There were more areas of this essay that needed to be covered. In conclusion, the fact that women have better pay and no, not updated, that's the wrong word, and contemporary maybe or fuller working rights in recent years helps mothers to swap roles at home, and those career-oriented women have more chances to contribute to society from the situation. That's fine. Just some grammar errors. All right, so it was nice. It was fine. But there are some things that I thought you should change. I was pretty clear about what those things are, so you should have a good idea of what those changes you have to make are. Let's take a look now at your letter of complaint to the moving company. Hold on, let me just see how you began your letter. Okay, dear sir, madam. Fine. So let's take it from there. So, dear sir, madam, I'm writing to inform you of the damage to my furniture while your worker moved it to my new property. All right. So I tried to correct this a little bit. It still is a little awkward. It still has to be upgraded somewhat to a higher language level. Let's try it again. Dear Sir, Madam, I am writing regarding my recent move with your company, and I would like to inform you of some damage that my furniture let's see, some damage to my furniture as a result of this move. Something like that would be okay. All right. Uh, Not according to the booking. This is a little strange here. So, uh, let's see. Not even according to the reservation. That just sounds strange. We don't say according to something like this. So how about as agreed upon, two of your workers came last Sunday to move my coffee table, TV unit, and refrigerator to my new home. The process was smooth until we arrived at my new house. There was damage right on the top of my coffee table, and I could not find one wheel of my TV unit. During the move, not the moving, during the move, I noticed, because it's just in the past, I noticed that the two staff, not of yours, that the two staff were not careful with the items at all. It seemed like they just wanted to finish the job as soon as they could. Past tense. This kind of irresponsible working attitude should not exist in such a famous company like yours. I would be grateful if you could reduce my payment for this service. I'm looking forward to receiving a response from you soon. Yours faithfully, capital Y, Johnny. We don't put a period at the end of the name. Let's see. So, the yours faithfully is fine, but you have to capitalize it. I thought that some of the language was kind of low intermediate. It wasn't really high level. You had some really, really basic structures and some basic mistakes. And so I would have liked to see this at a higher level. I don't remember the score you said you needed. I'm assuming it's a 7. But the level here that is used isn't really particularly formal, and it should be. Okay. So, I mean, let me see if I can try just to give you an idea of what this should sound like at a higher level. During the move, it became clear to me that the workers on the job were not as careful as they should have been. It appeared to me that they were hastily finishing the move and not paying proper attention um, to my personal belongings. This is a great disappointment to me as I expected greater service or better service from a company with the reputation that yours has, or something along those lines. Okay, so that's the kind of language you should be aiming to use. I'm just kind of doing it off the cuff verbally, so it's not flawless for sure, but I want to give you an idea of the kinds of things you need to supply here. All right, Johnny, so you should have another set of essays with us. This is not the end. There should be a bonus essay on its way to you. So go ahead, do that. Let's see how we can boost up some of this language. Let's see how we can just kind of take it up a notch so we get you to a higher level of expression and writing. And I'll be looking forward to more essays, so good luck.